Hello students, how are you? I hope you must be safe and sound at your homes and enjoying your classes. But at the same time, you must be missing your geography class as well. So students, first of all, I must say you all that your waiting is over now. Secondly, I must ensure you all that I will be supplying you with the regular videos and try to help you out as far as possible in the form of videos and PDFs. So students, let us start with the syllabus. So according to it, the very first chapter is the Earth has a planet. Students, we know very well that the Earth is one of the 8 planets of the solar system. And if we talk about its distance from the Sun, then it is 150 million kilometers from the Sun. And it is just third from the Sun, first and second being Mercury and Venus respectively. Students, we ought to know that Earth is also called a unique planet. Why it is called a unique planet? It is called a unique planet because of numerous reasons. So, some of them are: it is the only planet where the life exists. Secondly, it is neither too far nor too close to the sun. Thirdly, existence of atmosphere. Fourthly, it is a home to a large variety of life forms, ranging from microscopic to that of the largest species. Students, now let us talk about the shape of the Earth. Earlier, it was believed that Earth is flat, and due to this belief, the people like sailors, navigators, they all used to scare to move about in seas and expeditions. Not only that, even the common man used to scare, and they used to think that if they would be moving further, then it may happen that they may reach to the edge and may fall down and meet their death. But this was merely an illusion, and this could only be this could only be possible with the immense help and you can say observations made by the early scholars like Aristotle, Pythagoras, Aryabhat, Columbus, Magellan. At the same time, we cannot deny that of Ptolemy because it was he who gave the geocentric theory. According to him, the center of the universe was the earth, and according to him, other celestial bodies uh, move about move about the earth. But it was discarded by another astronomer whose name is Copernicus. He gave the heliocentric theory, and according to it, sun is at the center and other heavenly bodies revolve around it. Copernicus has also mentioned it in his book on the revolution of the heavenly bodies. Students, do you know that who was father of geography? Yes? No? Okay, I'll tell you. It is Eratosthenes, and it was Eratosthenes itself who, first of all, tend to calculate the correct circumference of the earth. But it was Christopher Columbus who, first of all, accepted the sphericity of the earth. Now let us have some indirect evidence of spherical shape of the earth. Today we have a direct evidence such as the photographs of the earth taken from the space showing the spherical shape of the earth. With comparison to it, the earlier people didn't had such a and was the believer that the earth is having flat shape. Secondly, if the earth would have been flat, then sunrise and sunset would have been at the same time. So we can say that the sunrise and sunset do not occur at the same time at all places. If we consider that of Allahabad and the Greenwich Meridian, we'll find that our Allahabad is 5 hours 30 minutes ahead than that of Greenwich. For example, if it is noon at Greenwich, then it will be 5:30 p.m. at Allahabad. Circumnavigation by the sailor Ferdinand Magellan proved the spherical shape of the earth. No doubt, he let the world know that earth is spherical, but he on his expedition was killed by a pirate. Further, if one looks at a ship at sea from distance, the top of the ship is seen first of all, and as the ship comes closer to its lower parts starts coming into view. Had the earth been flat, the whole of the ship would have been visible at the same time. Thus, we can affirm that the earth is not flat but spherical indeed. Now, size of the earth. The earth is one of the smaller planets in the solar system. Jupiter, which is the largest among the planets, has a diameter more than 11 times larger than that of the earth. For instance, if we compare the diameter of earth as x, so the diameter of Jupiter would be 11 times, that is 11x. Let us move to the next topic. Let us move to the next topic, that is Earth, the living planet. The Earth is called a living planet. It is the only planet in the solar system with life on it. The factors making it possible are right distance from the sun, secondly, presence of water, and thirdly, presence of atmosphere. So if we deal them one by one, that right distance from the sun, if the Earth would have been in the place of Mercury or Venus, then life would not have been possible, because we know the fact very well that the planets Mercury and Venus, they are near to the sun, and they are very hot, and the life cannot exist there because the temperature rises at the Mercury by about 427 degrees Celsius, and that at Venus even 480 degrees Celsius. And we know that Venus is called the hottest planet of the solar system. The fact we ought to know that it is at Venus it is there is a high concentration of carbon dioxide, and we ought to know that carbon dioxide is a good conductor of heat, and as the concentration of the carbon dioxide at Venus is very high, so it has the, you can say, the solar rays or the solar rays which reaches to the Earth, sorry, the Venus. So we can say that at Venus it has the V in the rays that come, it traps get trapped due to the presence of carbon dioxide and makes the hottest planet. And you can see it, the surface temperature rises by 480 degrees Celsius. Though Mercury is nearest to the sun, despite that it is not the hottest. It is Venus, the second planet from the sun, which is the hottest planet. Similarly, if the position of the Earth would have been in the place of Jupiter or Saturn, then again the life could not have been possible. Why? Because as we know that the planets which are farther from the sun, so the rays of the sun are unable to travel up to them, and they fall flat by reaching up to there. So they are very cold indeed. So we can say that if the position of the Earth would have been in the place of Mercury or Venus, then the life would have not been possible, because the temperature of the Earth would have been too immense, and you can say that water over there would have got evaporated. Similarly, in the later case, sorry, that if the Earth position would have been at the that of Jupiter or Saturn, then again the life could not have been possible because the water available on the Earth would have got frozen. Next is presence of water. We ought to know that we have 71% of the surface of the Earth covered with water, and we know that though water is abundance in nature, but for consumption and for use, it is quite not it is not quite portable, or we can say that you can say most of the concentration of the water it is in the seas and oceans. And we know that seawater is saline, and in a liter of water there is 35 gram of dissolved salts. You can imagine how salty it could be. It is neither um, you can say usable in the form of you can say irrigation, nor it could be used for drinking purposes. Water here is available in all the three states, that is solid, liquid and gases. And due to the abundance of water only it is called the watery planet, and it's also sometimes called the blue planet, as we know that out of the four parts on the earth, three parts covered with water and only a part with land. Presence of atmosphere. Students, you must be remembering that what atmosphere is. An atmosphere is the layer of gases that surrounds the earth. In our atmosphere, there are numerous gases like nitrogen, oxygen, hydrogen, carbon dioxide, water vapor, etc. And students, you know that the atmosphere also acts as a protective layer around the Earth, keeping temperature variations between day and night within a tolerable range.